I've got a view here, okay? I want you to listen to Mr. Manyathela, right? First of all, I want you to listen to him. I've got a view, and please, I'm not disagreeing with him, but instead, I want to bring another angle on whatever that he's saying, okay? Which I agree with him, actually, on his point and on his opinion when you look at this thing, okay? But I want to say something here. Please stay with me because this might be maybe your opinion also, or maybe what you've been thinking about, all right? Let's take a listen to him first, and then after that, you can please stay until the end because you want to hear what I want to say, okay? Let's get to it.
Remember what the expert panel report found on when they investigated what led to the July unrest. One of the things that they flagged was the significant intelligence failures that were identified, failures to anticipate, prevent, or disrupt the planned or even that orchestrated violence. But again, the fight we are seeing here, there's so much happening behind the scenes. Like, people are fighting for control of crime intelligence. That's part of the fight because that's a very significant arm of the SAPS. And there's a lot of money that sits with crime intelligence. And often it's money that can be accounted for because, these people are traveling all around. Sometimes they don't have to account for where are they using 54 million rand, or they'll tell you sometimes that 100 million rand has been spent by this. What are the details of that? Spent on what? So that secret fund that is often used in crime intelligence, people want their hands on it. How do you get your hands on it? You want to have your own officers or brigadiers or major generals, whatever, to be the ones that lead that crime intelligence, whether at national level or at a divisional or provincial level. And that's part of the information that's beginning to come out. And I really think that we need to buckle up because some of what may come out at this commission of inquiry is probably really going to shock us. Because it's not a coincidence that what we have seen, which is what I tried to explain on Monday, that you've got the head of crime intelligence, is it Major General Khumalo, being arrested, right? Together with senior officers. After that, you've got reports now suggesting that National Police Commissioner is about to be arrested, right? After that, you've got a press briefing that comes then, that then implicates the Minister of Police and the Deputy Police Commissioner, Shadrach Sibiya. And now you're again getting the National Police Commissioner suspending his Deputy National Police Commissioner. And now you're hearing that IDEC seems to be advancing in its investigation, apparently against the National Police Commissioner. But if they do touch him or they try arrest him, how is that going to read to you? So this is all a mess, and it doesn't work for you and I as South Africans. So that's why I'm saying when Khumbudzo Ntshavheni says, do we have a potential risk of a coup? That worries me because I read it in the context of what's currently happening with crime intelligence and the fight within the SAPS. So maybe we misunderstood her, but as I played you those clips, she says they've identified a potential coup, but they've put measures to mitigate against it.
We have identified it and we've put measures to mitigate against it.
And then she says, no South Africans have been involved in a coup d'etat.
So that's why we say to South Africans, there has not been anyone attempting to do a coup in South Africa.
All right, Koketso, you colleagues from the East Rand.
Okay, this is my part here, right? Now, I agree with him. It could be about money. It could be about the check, about the money that is there, or everything like that. But I can tell you guys, it is deeper than that. I can see the money part. Guys, if you don't know, right, there is no one who wants to go to jail, Okay, in all the parties in South Africa, there is no one who wants to go to jail. All right, now this is where I come in from what Mr. Manyathela said. As I have already admitted that I agree with him. Now, I want you to think about this in this way, right? You've got the ANC on the side, right? Which is the party that has been around for 30 years, okay? And they have done whatever they have done. And in the process, ladies and gentlemen, because in 1994, when they took power, it was nice, it was sweet. Everyone was celebrating. Everyone was thinking, I'm going to eat. Everyone was thinking, I'm going to have money. I'm going to make sure that I go through the whatever, and then so that I am okay in life. This is our opportunity to eat. Okay, I'm just saying to you, making an example, right? Now, when they were doing all of that, tenders, everything, they are growing money, cars, everything, right? The time is going on. And in some of these things that they were doing, it could be a tender, it could be a deal, it could be whatever. They didn't check because of the excitement, I believe. They were not checking if things are done correctly, if things are done according to the law. And guess what happens? In the process, right? There is some illegal things that are done which you are not aware, because maybe you are a minister, you are a premier, you don't check everything, you don't read. That is why I love the president of Botswana when he said, I make sure that whatever document you give me, I read it thoroughly. And I make sure that I don't allow you to brief me, summarize. I read the document to the T. Okay? Now, some of them, maybe they were getting some documents, please sign, brr, sign, please sign this, brr, sign. In the later stage in their lives, in their political lives, they find out that they have blundered, and they find out that they have signed things that they should have not signed if they checked thoroughly. Now, what happens is you have a line of people who are involved in all of these things, corruption, illegal things, this and that and that and that and that and that, right? Now, when it happens that maybe it happens that they are about to lose the power, or somewhere, somehow, their numbers are going down in terms of the votes, and then they end up in being in the GNU, now becomes a problem. Now, in the GNU, when they were negotiating, obviously, guys, we all know that when they are negotiating, there are some portfolios or ministries that the ANC didn't want to give to the DA, didn't want to give to anyone else, especially the DA. All right? They were fighting them, they were pushing that so that they don't get hold to these portfolios or these ministries or these actually institutions, because they know that if they can get hold of them, it is tie. That means they are doomed. Okay? They are going to go after them one by one. Now, you are asking me, what am I saying? All I'm saying is this is versus the ones that know that they have got skeletons in their closet, just like what Matavile Dlamini said. Everyone has skeleton in their closet. And then you've got these ones who've been there in the opposition party. And I'm not going to mention names, but you know people when I say in the opposition party, who were like looking at them. If they make a mistake of giving us what we are looking for, we are going to deal with them. So the fight in these institutions, and I love the way Mr. Manyathela is saying it. He says this institution, public protector, IP, I believe, NPA, judiciary and everything, but the most of the one that we are talking about here is the one with the force, NPA, IP, all this thing of investigation and everything. There are people who want to get hold of it, not for money, but to deal with those people who are involved in corruption. The more you deal with them, you put them in jail. What is going to happen? The party is going to drop down even drastically and as fast as you cannot even imagine. Because they will be putting people in jail. Yeah, you are in corruption. Blah, blah, blah. They will not have a chance of going out from jail content. They will make sure that they put them in jail. They will make sure that they investigate everyone that is actually, that has allegations. And guess what? What is going to happen? What is going to happen is they will take them one by one. And the more they take them one by one, the party, now people, they look at the party in a way of saying, you guys are full of corruption. This is corruption. Hey, corruption, this. Why are you getting arrested? And blah, blah. People stop voting for them and they vote the other parties. Right? This party that has been in power for some time, the only thing they are fighting for in these institutions of investigations and everything, they are fighting that no person must get hold of them. Because if they get hold of them, it is going to be tried. It is going to be a problem. It is going to be against us. Okay? And unfortunately, when I look at Mr. Ramaphosa, I don't know what happened to him, but it looks like Mr. Ramaphosa has decided that, you know what, it's either we die, we die. It's either we go to jail, we go to jail. Okay? I am giving these portfolios to people that can do the work. And if any person who gets that portfolio of police, portfolio of NPA, public protector, everything, I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people will be going to jail if the person who's occupying that place is a person who is not a politician. It's going to be a problem for all the parties. Every person who is going to be found in wanting in all these scandals, they will be put to jail, I can tell you. The fight here, it's also about the people who are trying to defend themselves, making sure that no one gets hold of this institution so that they don't get prosecuted, they don't get taken to court. And then you've got other people who are looking to get those positions or those institutions so that they can deal with these ones. Simple as that. These ones, they want these institutions to deal with these ones. These ones, they don't want to give these institutions to these ones because they want to protect themselves. Simple as that. Simple as that. All this corruption that is coming up, what. It's a lot of it, guys. It's up. As long as you have been involved in politics, especially if you have been involved in that party, the party that has been in power for some time, I can tell you, only few of them, and those who don't have corruption, are those people maybe who are stealing you, who don't even know what is going on. You know, they are stealing you, some of them. But if you have been involved, you've been a premier, you've been a mayor, you have been a secretary general, you have been whatever, especially if you have been in the local government, mayor, premier, trust me, guys, many of them, they have got skeletons in their closet. And unfortunately, if any person gets that position or those institutions of prosecuting, of investigating, trust me, it's not only about money, but it's about making sure that we make them pay. That is why the party is pushing away with this thing of getting. That is why, guys, I can tell you right now, I can guarantee you right now, one of the reasons why maybe Mr. Ramaphosa chose a person from outside, not a politician, to hold the Ministry of the Police as an interim. Okay? He is not trusting. And I can tell you right now, Ramaphosa doesn't trust any politician right now in his party, and also he cannot choose a person from the other party because the person from the other party is going to be a problem. I can tell you guys, he doesn't trust any politician right now. Where he is hoping that no person is found to have corruption from this moment. And unfortunately, it seems like everyone is attached to something. Even the deputy president is somewhere there. It's because of this, it's just a mess, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I can tell you, he doesn't trust any politician, especially from his party. And his hope is that those that are ministers right now in his party, they must just be clean. I don't know how is that possible, but they must be found clean. And I don't know where is he going to take it other people. That is why I was saying the ANC, they must make sure that they just groom people with morals, groom people who are going to be politicians with respect, politicians who will not. I don't know where you're going to find a politician who doesn't love money. but it is a good thing when you get somebody who is not about money but about saving people. They need to start grooming people. I'm not talking about even the youth league, man. When I look at the youth league, the way they behave, and all of that, and I'm like, where are they going to get people, these people? They are not grooming. I told you before in my other videos, look at the ANC, guys, the leadership of the ANC. Look at it and tell me if you are confident. And just tell me if you are confident. Tell me if you are confident. I don't know about the other GNU party there that they are in with, the DA. I don't know about it, because when I look at it after Mr. Steinhazen, and maybe there are guys there, I don't know, I don't know. But when I look at the other one, the ANC, guys, I don't know. So, in my opinion, according to what I'm seeing this thing, I'm seeing people who are trying to defend themselves against these ones. These ones, they want to get hold of this so that they can deal with this one. It's just a pushback every time. That is why Mr. Manyathela says this institution is a very important one. The prosecution, investigation institutions, they are very important. They are the ones that they actually want. For any party, they are looking for that one. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe those guys who are against the guy that Mr. Ramaphosa has appointed, the guy, the Mr. Foroz, Mr. Professor Foroz, Mr. Professor Firoz Kakachalia, right? I wouldn't be surprised if the reason why they are against him, they are against his appointment, is because they know that if he goes there and he gets some things there about them, it's going to be chai. I wouldn't be surprised if they know that if that guy gets there and get hold of some of the things that they don't want him to get hold of, it's chai. We are doomed. I wouldn't be surprised, because it seems like corruption is all over the place, guys. It is just all over the place. When you look at this party, it comes from there. When you look at this one, it comes from there. When you think that you can trust this one, now all of a sudden, there is this one who is attached to this corruption, and this is just a mess. And I'm asking myself, where are we going to run to? Politicians, guys, they are messed up. Politicians are messed up. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Mr. Trump, the reason why he said there is something wrong happening in South Africa, it was not only maybe that thing only. Maybe there were other things that maybe he saw that were happening, corruption and everything. I'm not saying that's the reason, but I'm saying maybe that's one of the reasons he just didn't want to say it. It was all about the genocide. But I can tell you, there are more things that are in there. People are just making sure that they protect themselves. Okay? And Mr. Enek, guys, I don't know, but do you think that Mr. Ramaphosa did wrong when he did it, when it comes to Mr. Mkhunu? Okay? Guys, we all know, right? Unless you are telling me that, well, just for the fact that Mr. Mkhunu was charged by they went to court, I think it's the MK party and also the DA, they went to court against him in court, then I would say to you, okay, maybe yeah, okay? But when it comes to, because guys, whether you like it or not, as long as the charges, they don't come from these institutions, your NPA, your IP, all these important institutions, I can tell you, it's not always the case that the president will take it serious. If the charges, they come from another party, opposition party, they go to court and his charges, trust me, he's not going to be that hard on him. But if it comes from those guys, I can tell you, he would have even fired him, or he would have said, listen, my guy, you need to step down. Because this thing, it's too hard now. It's too high now. But it's because of these guys. These parties going to court. According to the president, I believe maybe he's thinking, these guys are just playing. They're just playing in the Kalahari. They want to be seen and everything. Okay? But I can tell you, if he can be charged by any of, and unfortunately, it's going to take some time. And according to me, again, I can tell you guys, while the commission is going on, the commission of inquiry, while it's going on, Mr. Ramaphosa is going to fire him. He's not going to say, I fire you, but he will say, I'm releasing him. And maybe Mr. Mkhunu will go in the background, just like the other guys. You Kikaba, you Mr. Kikaba, you Mr. What, the other guy, I forgot. They come and then they start afresh and then they come back again. That's how it is, okay? But as long as there's no charges from these institutions, trust me, It's gonna be just you and me, you, yeah, you need to charge, yeah, you need to fire. It will be like that. It's gonna be like that. But I can tell you, these institutions, they're very important. I said it in my videos. They are very, very important. No wonder they are fighting for them. It's not about money only. It may be, but I can tell you, there's more to it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, ladies and gentlemen. I see your comments. I like them. Sometimes I don't comment on your comment because maybe it's a statement and it's something that I can't say. And some of you use some language that I don't like, so I don't comment on those type of things. You can do it. I won't block you, but you can do it, but I won't respond because I don't like those type of things. I like conversations, and when you argue and when also you say your opinion against my opinion, at least please say it with respect so that I can respond nicely. Okay, thank you for your comments. Thank you for liking the videos, even though the likes, sometimes you don't give me likes. I don't know why, but you don't, but it's fine. Thank you for subscribing. If you are new, welcome. You have a fantastic day, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, this guy and the channel, we are out.